Did you know that just changing the way you breathe could make the difference between success and failure at interview? It's a well-known fact that we've got less than 10 seconds to make an impression when we meet a person for the first time, which means that when you turn up at an interview, you've got less than 10 seconds to build that connection, to make that impression, and to get the people on your side. Now, depending who you read, it may even be less than 10 seconds, but let's just go with you've got a very short space of time to make an impression. That's why on my videos I start with a question or perhaps something silly to attract your attention, to make an impression, and to get you stay watching. So, let's talk about why this is important. This is all to do with the concept of what they call in the trade rapport, building a connection, building a very quick connection with another human being. And it's important whether you're turning up an interview, if you're meeting somebody for the first time, maybe you're going for a bank loan, or you're talking to a mortgage broker, or maybe it's for a first date. But if you could make that instant impression, that instant connection that got people like that on your side immediately, how useful would that be? So, people like people who are like them. I think it goes back to the tribes when if we all wore the same woad dye and the same bits of furry animal adornment, then we knew that we were in each other's tribe. And when you're in somebody's tribe, you know that there's support and there's help. So people like people who are like them. And there are three main ways that you can instantly create that feeling of connection, that feeling of being in the same tribe. The first one, and you'll find loads of books and videos and all sorts online on this, is body language, building rapport with body language. The second one is voice, and I've talked quite a bit in previous videos about how to build rapport using voice. The third way is the way that you use your language, the way that you actually use your words. But today I'm going to talk about breathing. Breathing technically isn't a fourth way, it's really part of body language, but it's something that's very, very rarely talked about. And it's very, very subtle, and it's very, very important. So here's how it goes. When we breathe in the same way as another person, we set up that instant connection. But because it's not very obvious, it's subtle and it's deep. And the thing is this, without breath, you'd be dead. Breathing is absolutely fundamental to existence. So if you are relating to somebody at that fundamental level, you're surely going to build that fundamental connection very, very quickly. So how do you do it? It's pretty simple. Basically, all you need to do is to match their breath. Now, the first part of matching is actually noticing. So you need to be noticing where they're breathing from in the body. Do they breathe very low down, or do they breathe quite high up? How quickly do they breathe? Is it very quick? Some people breathe quite... Or is it slower and deeper? And one of the clues to that can be their voice. People with a lower voice very often, not always, but very often, are breathing more slowly and lower down. People who have a higher voice tend to be breathing higher up in their chest, and they also very often speak quicker. And they tend to have a higher pitch. So, notice where they're breathing from, how fast they're breathing, and just tune into it. And by the way, if you're thinking, I don't know how you could notice it, well, there's two ways. One is just the rise and fall of the shoulders. You don't have to focus on their chest, and certainly if any guys are watching, focusing on a lady's bust is not the best idea. Shoulders. The shoulders rise and fall as you breathe. So focus on the shoulders, notice the shoulders. And when people are talking, they're breathing out. You're talking and breathing in and you sound like Minnie Mouse on helium. It's not possible. So when they're talking, they're breathing out. When they're talking, you breathe out. Simples. I hope you've enjoyed this tip. If you want to know more, stay tuned to this channel, the Career Success Doctor YouTube channel, And you can also visit my website, thecareersuccessdoctor.com, where you'll find lots more hints and tips on the blog. I look forward to connecting with you very soon.